A very good morning to all. We'll be telling you how to do the Dhanurasana. So Dhanurasana, as the name suggests, Dhanur means bow, that is Dhanush. As the Dhanush, which is bow, which is an asset to a warrior, similarly, the well-stretched body keeps us flexible. It's again an asset for us, and the benefits of doing Dhanurasana is spinal benefits. The main impact is on the back and on the stomach, so spinal benefit is there. I will then is the abdominal toner. It will tone your abdominal, your core area will get strong, strengthen your stomach, and also your neck. And then if I talk about the shoulders, it improves your shoulders flexibility, your neck flexibility, and then your back area, spinal area. Almost all the parts of the body gets stretched up and warmed up. So physical, if I talk about the physical benefits, is the overall benefits mainly includes the removing of any sagging shoulders, like the very tightened shoulders. It will loosen up, makes your body stretched, and the strengthens the alignment of the spine, and much more. So these are some benefits of Dhanurasana. And before performing the main asana, that is the Dhanurasana, we will go for the preparatory pose. The preparatory pose includes the Shalabhasana, and you can perform Bhujangasana, Ardha Chakrasana. It will really warmed up. Make sure you get warmed up before doing the main asana. Also keep in mind that you are in an empty stomach. Also, you should take in mind that light and comfortable yoga session, and because it will facilitate your movement, your basic body movement. And also keep in mind that a proper mat or a proper flooring should be there for performing the asana. And again, this asana can be performed in the morning or in the evening as well, but make sure you should have meal 3 to 4 hours prior to the session. So I will tell you now the warm up before doing the main asana. So Halabhasana. In this, lie in a prone position. Make a fist of your hands. Make sure that your toes touching each other, and then your hands put it down and try to lift your legs. Your chin should be touching the floor. And relax. Do this for 3 to 4 times. And then we will do the Bhujangasana. Similarly, your toes touching together, and lift your upper body like this, and try to lift without your hand touching the floor. The main impact should be there on the abdominal area and on your back. Now relax. Perform this for 2 to 3 times to get properly warmed up. Now I will do and tell you how to do the Dhanurasana. Again, lie down in a prone position. Hands relaxed, toes touching each other. Then slowly and gradually bend your knees and bring your ankles close to your buttocks, your hips. Your heels should be close to each other. And then try to gradually hold the ankles with your hands, and then lift your body up. Breathe in, hold for 15 to 20 seconds. And breathe out. Relax. Bring back your legs. Put your chin on the floor and relax. Again, bend your knees. Bring your heels close to your buttocks. Try to hold your ankles slowly and gradually. And with the arch, lift your thigh, your chest, and your head. Breathe out and relax. Now, soon after you did perform the asana, now here is the follow-up poses which will help you to cool down. So I will tell you the follow-up poses may be Ustrasana or it may be Ardha Chakrasana and various asana which can be performed for the cooling down and for the follow-up poses. So you can sit in the Vajrasana position. Lift your body up on your knees. Hold your buttocks and bend back. And relax. Again. Bend as much as possible. And come back and relax. So this is how you have to perform and this is how you have to go through all the phases, your preparatory phase, before the asana, then the proper main asana and then the follow-up poses that will cool down your body. And as I have already told you the benefits, it will majorly make an impact on your back, on your core area, that is your stomach, and your shoulder, your chest will open up and much more, your thighs, your calf muscles. This almost our whole body will get toned up. So a word of caution is also there that before doing the asana, the person who is facing some injury, spinal injury, they should not perform this exercise or the asana. The person who is having a hernia, you can say that hernia or a stomach related problems, they should avoid it. And person with the neck injury or some pain in the neck, maybe cervical, maybe head migraine problem or something like this, so they should avoid. And the woman with the pregnancy should also avoid this asana. And majorly the impact is there on the back and the stomach. So stomach and back related problems or maybe diseases or maybe sufferings should be avoided. So this is how the asana should be performed. And make sure you are doing under the guidance of a well-trained yoga teacher. Thank you.